At this time, we would like to thank so many of you, all of you, for coming. And I will apologize on behalf of, but not apologize, Mr. Councilman Johnson was with family. They had a death in the family, and they were taking care of family business, and he did apologize for not being able to attend. But we ask that you pray with them during this time of bereavement. And with that being said, thank you all for coming. We have a real lengthy agenda tonight, but we're going to get through by the grace of God. And so we have comments. Before we go to that, to our direct comments from the audience, I would like to recognize a guest that we have here. Well, we got a couple of guests, but we're recognizing the Latexo High School, their graphic design. If they're standing, kind of come forward. If you look back, they're now in a new class, and they'll just be taking pictures here tonight, and
yeah,
they're learning Peyton, Pierce, and Lewis. Loris, okay. I didn't write this. I think the reporter wrote it down. No, Mendez. And thank you so much for coming. We hope that you'll get something beneficial for your class. With that being said, at this time, we are up to our comments from the audience. And we once again, we're kind of pressed in here. We will remind you that as well as you, we love the cheering and all that for the section, but try to keep it to a minimum in this chambers. Once the person is up to speak, we will ask that you cease doing that. And thank you so much. At this time, we have Virginia Lewis.
I'm going to surprise all of y'all tonight. I want to say thank you. Mr. Morris, you've been on this council for a long time. You've been faithful. I really believe that you got the best you can from your heart to do what's right in this community. I believe you love it. You're here today. Mr. Angerstein, I want to say thank you for informing the council members of what their legal rights are, trying to keep them and protect them from winding up in lawsuits. Dr. Fisher, Mayor, I want to thank you for trying to be the go-between for all of this, trying to explain to people what's involved here and the consequences of what's being involved. And Dennis, Councilman, you'll always be Dennis to me. But thank you for serving. You haven't been on here long, but you've been here and you've been faithful, and I thank you for it. And for the others, Mr. Johnson hadn't been here long either, but I hope and pray that he will grow and learn what he can about everything that's going on with the city and what y'all need to do to benefit the citizens of this community. And I want to say to the other two of you need to step forward, do what's the best interest of the community, not your own personal agendas. And you know, we've come a long way. This hadn't just happened. And I want to say thank you to all these people that show up every month to try to inform y'all and let you know what our concerns are and how important our community is, and also how important each one of you are. And each one of you represent different segments, but we're all one body, and we're all citizens of this community, and we should be looking forward to doing what's best for our community. And with that, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to say anything except thank you to all of you that came out tonight. And I want to say thank you to every one of you that's worked hard to get this petition set out there in that sun. And I want to say thank you to everyone that signed. You know, over 500 people. This is not peanuts, folks. This is interest. And I want to say thank you to y'all for coming forward, expressing your opinion, expressing your concerns, where you agree and disagree. You had the right to voice your opinion, and thank you for that.
Thank you. At this time, Berta Harris.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. I'm Berta Harris, and I own property at 6 and Peace. So there's this big ditch in front of my yard, and it floods. So when it rained, the last time it rained, it was like knee-deep. So the lieutenant came out, and I took the barricade out, and he helped me put the barricade out. But I've been going back and forth to the city about this issue for a long time. And I understand that it's gonna be like amount of money and, you know, a big amount. But it flooded my house, my insurance dropped me from when I first bought the house. So in 90 days, they dropped me because they had to put rails up around the ditch. The ditch is like 5 foot deep across and probably 5 foot deep and 4 foot wide. And it goes around. And I also have another neighbor here, and it floods in front of her house. So it goes from like the corner of Pease all the way down to 6, and it's like 3 houses right there where it floods. So we really need to do it, and the work order's been in, Ms. Christie can tell you, probably for like 3 years. So we need to do something about it.
Thank you. John Jenkins?
Mayor and City Council, I'm here tonight to talk about the issue that seemingly that everybody is concerned about as far as this economical development and what it's doing and how it's working out. I don't know, I'm looking around and...
You can speak to the,
and it's a public meeting.
yes, and you may speak to the council,
Okay.
but not to the public at this time. You're speaking to the
It's a
council.
public meeting.
Yes, it is,
All
sir.
right? Now,
And you're using up more of your time.
I do 4 years to die, possibly for you and the other...
Okay, well, we appreciate it, but right now you have 3 minutes to complete it.
Now I'm supposed to be catered down and be part of it.
You're using up your time.
Ma'am,
You're using your 3 minutes.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
You are using your 3 minutes.
Okay, all right, what I'm saying is, the economic
Continue.
development situation has been a somewhat, as far as a little bit of whatever you want to say it, because it wasn't not taken care of from the beginning. In 1995, I was here. I voted for it. I was in favor of it because I came here to offer jobs and whatever. But I mean, man, what I'm going to say is there were 6 or 7 directors out there, and all of a sudden we seem to be in a problem. They used part of my deal to open up that college out there. Tim Cope did. I mean, I can give you all the readings on it. And then, like I said, Mr. Gentry and I tried to save the college, and we got a negative note because we weren't teaching young adults to go out and go to work. Everybody was supposed to go to college. And again, I'm sorry, and I'm not being derogatory, but the level here is not everybody's family can afford to send them to college. They need a job. And to get jobs here, you have to have people that work. And again, if they can't work or don't have the ability to understand that, then they're not going to come here. I mean, we're giving away, we didn't give away a lot of the property that was there, the dealership, whatever the situation is. This last deal is one that it's above me. I'm a businessman, have been one for dang near 60 years. And I'm financially responsible and whatever. And I've been responsible to most of the councils, the hospital. I was there. I was with the school board as far as the deal. And again, as far as, but I'm saying is we need to look at this. Public, we need to say that where are we as far as doing this, because we have some.
Your conversation is with the council.
Ma'am?
It's with the council. You go ahead. You have few more seconds.
We have someone now that did look at things, and again, if we had not shared a meeting out there at the Civic Center about what we needed to do to try to save and get people educated here and get a job, then I was part of that part of it. So now, I mean,
Thank you.
You know yourself, Mayor.
Thank you.
I talked to you in 95.
Thank you.
Ma'am?
Yes, your 3 minutes.
Do we remember the conversation?
Thank you.
in 95?
Thank you.
All right.
Have a seat, please. At this time, Stephen Wales.
Good evening, Mayor, City Councils, City Council members, and City Administrator. Once again, an important matter is before you to decide. The signatures required to have in place the decision to dissolve the CEIDC. The vote of the people has been met. The citizens you represent have spoken. It is now your duty as public servants to listen to the will of the people and not your own agendas. In previous budget meeting, concern for the money spent on public safety items that had been in works for a significant amount of time was shown and common sense prevailed. Imagine the amounts of money wasted on the CEIDC and how it could be used in more meaningful ways. I know you all do the right thing. If not, I know that those that vote not to let the voice of the citizens be heard on this matter will face legal action where you will not be defended by the city, by dollars, or by lawyers. I again implore you to set aside personal agendas and do your job as public servants. There has been more than enough time, energy, and money spent dealing with the plethora of issues identified with the CEIDC. It is now time to do your civic duty and allow the voice of the citizens to be heard on this matter. I yield the rest of my time.
Thank you. Jonathan Barnes.
Good evening. Mayor Fisher, City Administrator, council members. My name is Jonathan Barnes. I'm a resident of Precinct 1 in Crockett, Texas. I'm here tonight to discuss the petition for abolishment of the CEIDC. Everything else on the agenda is excellent things. I think that they need to be discussed and considered. As you're aware, the petition has garnered sufficient signatures to warrant consideration for placement on the ballot. I respectfully request that each of you carefully consider the significance of this petition. It is essential to understand that the petition does not seek to permanently abolish the CEIDC, but rather to address the current distrust between the public and the corporation itself. By placing the issue on the ballot, you will allow our citizens of Crockett to exercise their right to vote and decide for the future of the CEIDC. I emphasize that this decision should be made by the people, not solely by the council. It is crucial to respect the political process and allow the community to voice their opinion. I would like to remind you that voting against placing this issue on the ballot may be perceived as disregarding the community's concern and denying them the right to participate in this decision. Furthermore, I have been informed that some individuals may be seeking legal action against council members personally who vote against placing this issue on the ballot. As stated in Texas Local Government Code, Chapter H, Section 504.351, you are required to place this on the ballot. Voting against it may result in personal, out-of-pocket legal consequences. And I'm just up here to try to be a voice for the city, and I urge you to recommend and place the abolishment of the CEIDC on the ballot. This will allow our citizens of Crockett to make an informed decision about the future of our city. Thank you for your time and consideration. I trust that you will make a decision that reflects the will of the people. God bless you all, and I yield the remainder of my time.
Diane Rome.
Mayor, City Council, today is a sad day for Crockett and for Houston County. And it's sad because this all was preventable. I want to ask yourself, what has economic development brought to the city of Crockett? Not much, and those who came are now gone. Waste of taxpayers' money. The city has accomplished more lately since economic development is inactive. So my question is, why do we even need them? All of us want economic development, but real development, not corruption at its finest. Folks, we're not on a rabbit hunt. The $150,000 forensic audit laid it all out, as well as the corrective action plan. Why was all of this money wasted? They could have saved us a lot of time and money if they had just been honest and done the right thing. It's simple. You can't spend money that doesn't belong to you. And your service should not be rewarded for doing it. And then to discover that you're being sued for $1 million. Hard to believe we have come to this point in the city. A total disgrace. Contrary to Ms. Hicks and Mr. Jones, the money does not belong to you. The city does have authority over economic development. And on that note, I believe that Ms. Hicks and Mr. Jones should not be allowed to vote on any issue concerning economic development. They both have a direct conflict of interest. I'm here to ask the council, when you go into your executive session tonight, to make decisions that affects all of us while we wait in the foyer or sit under a tree, giving the voters the right to place this petition on the November ballot. It will determine if the citizens have a voice or is it just for the select few. God help this city.
At this time, it brings us to our approval of minutes. Each one has each one has a copy of the minutes. If you
Only thing I have, Mayor, on the copy of the minutes for which I guess we could get.
I said what page?
Excuse me.
Yeah, pull your mic over in front of you.
What I have available, what I have concern with is page 6, I believe. Let me see.
Okay, you can speak into the.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We have an obligation.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, well, you don't have to dialogue with them, just speak. Just, it's not necessary.
Okay.
You said page 6, which one?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Oh, okay, where it basically stated that I was trying to get clarity on the voting issue about when I abstained from voting. And Mr. Engelstein stated that I had to give a vote, that I could not give a no vote.
It's a-
And so I'm asking,
It is not a no vote. It's either yes or yay or nay. If you don't vote, then it goes to no.
all right, goes,
It's automatic.
okay, that's what my question was.
We're ruled by affirmative votes.
Okay,
Under Robert's Rules of Order, it's affirmative votes is what takes action. A lack of affirmative vote, whether it be by abstaining to vote or a no vote,
I want to say,
those aren't,
that we don't have Robert Rules of Order.
yes, sir, but.
It hasn't been approved for council. I just want to make that clear. Not going against what you're saying, but you mentioned Robert Rules of Order, and we don't have that. That's not in place.
And that's basically we haven't adopted fully, but if, in case of an answer, we look to it for the answer. But it is a yes or no. Anything else?
that was my concern, because I was trying to understand that, if what were the options for his voting.
The only other option is under an abstention or due to a conflict of interest. You're allowed to abstain from a vote due to a conflict of interest if it's recorded with the city secretary ahead of time. If you know that an agenda item could be affected, a conflict of interest monetarily or family ties or things of that nature, then you can record a conflict of interest, and then your abstention it doesn't get counted against you.
Any other questions about the minutes? Okay. Can we get a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from the meeting August 5th,
I second.
2014.
Okay, it's been moved in second. All in favor? Motion carries.